a simple tutorial on how to cut this stylish corporate blouse with overlap at the shoulder. Now to start, going to mark all your basic measurement first. Now before marking out that your basic measurement in front of your pattern, you're going to mark at least half to 1 inch in front. Preferably you're going to mark ½ inch so that by the time you iron it open, it will give you 1 inch. This is for the design in front of this dress. I'll be explaining to you how to achieve that by the time we are done drafting. So before you start cutting out, you need to leave ½ to 1 inch in front of your pattern. You will mark your shoulder to bust line, shoulder to under bust line, shoulder to waistline, shoulder to blouse length, your full blouse length. After that, measure from your waist to your blouse length. So from my waist to blouse length is 7 inches. You need that measurement because of the back pattern. Now place your tape and you're going to mark your shoulder measurement divided by 2. Come down by 1 inch. From here, mark your basic neckline of 3 inches. Then for the depth, the neckline is high, so you should be using 3 inches by 2.5, right? Then I will connect. But if you feel it is too high, you can go for 3 inches by 3 at the front neckline. Now place from the neckline and connect it to your shoulder slope. The next step is to find your armhole line. Get that is your bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. Whatever you get, make a mark and draw a straight line there. Now that measurement you have at the shoulder, that is what you take all the way down to your chest line and connect it to the upper part. Place your tape and divide what you have there into 2 equal parts. After marking that, come out by ½ inch. Place your tape, mark your bust measurement divided by 4. Now connect from here to the upper part and connect to your bust measurement divided by 4. Start by marking your dart. Now to mark your dart, you need your nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. My nipple to nipple is 7 inches divided by 2. It will give me 3.5. I'll go ahead to mark this all the way down, place my ruler, and I'm going to connect a straight line. After marking that, for your dart intake, mark ½ inch on both sides. What we have here is just a basic dart. Mark ½ inch on both sides. Then you're going to come down by 1 inch here. From this point, you're going to place and connect to this point. Then connect to the other side. I'll go ahead to outline with my marker to make it more visible for you to see. Now, normally for your dart, you just go ahead and place it and connect it this way, right? Measure 6 inches down and then go ahead to connect it down, right? But I'll be taking my dart all the way straight. I prefer using a straight dart because it's easier to sew the dart lines. So now let's insert the body measurement. I'll mark my bust measurement divided by 4, then add a sewing allowance. Now for a corporate dress, you don't really need much sewing allowance. 1 inch is enough unless you want to add more, right? Now mark your under bust measurement divided by 4. Measure your dart intake, replace and add your sewing allowance. Now measure your waistline, divide it by 4 and mark. Pick this dart intake, replace it, then add your sewing allowance because you'll be stitching out the dart. So that means you need to replace it. Now here you're going to mark your hip measurement divided by 4 at the blouse length. Then go back and pick the dart intake. Pick the dart intake you have here, replace it, and then add your stitching allowance. Just like I said, for a corporate dress, you don't really need much sewing allowance. Just like when you're making your blazer, you can use 1 inch for it. Unless you want to add much sewing allowance to your pattern, you can go ahead to do that. So I'll just go ahead to connect. I'll use my marker to connect the lower part of this dart. So after next step is to mark your bust dart. Now to get your bust dart is the distance from your shoulder to waist in front. and your shoulder to waist at the back. Let's say my shoulder to waist in front is 17 and my shoulder to waist at the back is 16. Take out that 16 from 17 inches. If you do 17 minus 16, you have 1 inch. Then you mark it and connect it to your nipple point. That is how to get your bust dart. Now I'll go ahead to mark it out. So this bust dart, you'll be blending it. The reason for adding a bust dart to your pattern is so that the waistline of the front pattern and the waistline of the back pattern can match up. Now to give that stylish curve here, come up by 2 inches or 2.5. Now you're going to go ahead to connect and extend this. After doing this, the next step is just to cut out. I'm going to go ahead to cut this out. After cutting out, while cutting out, please blend out the dart, and then I'll cut out the neckline, the shoulder, and the rest of the pattern. Now when you're making your dress, if you're drafting your pattern, you just need to draft it as one piece. You don't really need to draft it on fold. I drafted mine on fold so that I can show you this. Now you see that extra measurement you added at the center. You're going to fold it out. Now when you're making your dress, you're going to go over to the sewing machine, stitch on it. Now after stitching on it, you iron out. Now since I'm not making it, it's just a pattern, what I'll do is I'll use a pin to secure that line. I'll just pin it out, right? Now after pinning it, you're going to go ahead to stitch on it. Now after stitching on it, that is when you will now iron out. Now you're going to iron the center so that you're going to have that design at the center of the dress. When you iron it out, you're going to have something like this. This is what you're going to have, right? This is what the dress will look like. So after ironing it out, this is what you have. Now we are done with the front pattern, apart from the overlay we have at the front, which I will be cutting that much later. Now before cutting that, let's go ahead to cut the back. Cut the back pattern, I marked out a zipper allowance. Now the shoulder to bust, the shoulder to waist at the back. Then I added that 7 inches from the waistline of the front, and I added it to get my blouse length at the back. So the shoulder to waist in front and the shoulder to waist at the back is not the same. Now you want to place your tape and mark your shoulder measurement divided by 2. All your measurement is starting after your zipper line. Then you mark. Come down by 1 inch at this point. Place your tape and you're going to mark out your basic measurement or neckline of 3 inches by 1 for the back neckline. So I'm going to connect from the neckline to the shoulder slope. The next step is to find your chest line, just the same way we did for the front pattern, which is your bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches, and you will mark. Now whatever you get, place your ruler and draw a straight line. Your chest line is also your armhole line. In case you're confused about that, your chest line is your armhole line. So now what I'll do is I'll take my tape, place it, and I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2 again. Remember, all my measurement is starting after the zipper line. So the next step is to go ahead to connect this all the way to the shoulder. Place your tape and divide your armhole into 2 and mark. Come out by ½ inch at this point. Now place your tape and you're going to mark your bust measurement divided by 4. And you're going to mark it at your chest line. So after marking that, you're going to place your ruler and you're going to connect to the upper part and connect to your bust measurement divided by 4. The next step is to start marking your dart, which you're going to mark your nipple to nipple divided by 2. After marking that, place your ruler and you're going to draw a straight line all the way to the lower part of your dress. To mark out your dart intake, you mark ½ inch on both sides. Then I prefer using a straight dart, which I'll go ahead to also take down here. Then I'll come down by 1 inch here. After that, go ahead to connect your dart on both sides. So after connecting the dart, start inserting my body measurement. Place your tape starting from that zipper line. Mark your bust measurement divided by 4. The same sewing allowance is used for the front pattern. Mark your waist measurement divided by 4. Pick that dart intake you have here. replace it and add your stitching allowance, that is your sewing allowance. Now at the blouse length, you're going to mark your hip measurement divided by 4. After marking that, you're going to pick your dart intake, replace it and add your sewing allowance. So the next step I'll take is to connect my pattern from the upper part to the waistline and to the blouse length. So after that now, I'll just mark out my basic neckline of 3 by 1 inch. I'll go ahead to connect. So after connecting, this is what I have. Now the next step I'll take is to come in by 1/2 inch, place my tape, and I'm going to connect this all the way to the upper part. Now I'll extend this to the hemline of the blouse. Now this is what I have. Now I'll come up by that 2.5 inches also. I came up from the front. You can also use 2 inches if you feel 2.5 is a bit high for what you're going for. I'll go ahead to connect. I'll come down by 1.5 to 1 inch from the waistline, come out here by 1.5 inches, but I also extended it. Now if you notice at the back of the blouse, it is open. So this is the open effect we have. So I'll just go ahead and use my marker to outline. Now I'll just go ahead to extend this a bit because the back is very open, so I'll just open it more, and from here I'll give it a slight pointy edge, merge up my dart and then blend it out because you're going to sew up your dart. So after marking this now, I'll go ahead to cut the back pattern. I'll go ahead and I will cut this out. Now after cutting this out, we'll go ahead to cut out the front pattern of this dress. That is the overlap at the front pattern. Now let's go ahead to bring our front pattern back. This is what you'll be having, right? Now we want to create that overlap at the front part of this dress. To cut this overlap, you actually need a tracing wheel. So I don't know if you have one, so I'll do it in a way just in case if you have a tracing wheel or not, you can do this. Now place half of your pattern on another pattern paper, then you're going to trace it out, but you have to pin it first, secure it with your pin before doing this. Now I'll go ahead to also trace out this side. Trace the armhole, the shoulder and the neckline of the dress. So after tracing this out now, I'm going to lift it up, then place it on my pattern. So you know a white pattern paper is slightly transparent, like you can see through it sometimes if you're using a marker, right? Now you want to place that your pattern on top of your original pattern, make it rhyme, right? Whatever you have cut out, make it rhyme with the pattern underneath it. This is because you're not using a tracing wheel. If you have a tracing wheel, it will be easier. So I'm just doing this just in case whether you have a tracing wheel or not. I don't know if you have, so I'm just using this method so that it will be easy. So from this part now, I will connect it towards the shoulder. So this is the part for the overlap, that cape on top of it, right? So from here now, I will come down. This part will be matching with the shoulder. From here, I'll come down by 1/2 inch. From this 1/2 inch now, that is where the cape will stop. You stop connecting it to the neckline of the dress. Then you now extend this as long as you want. This mark here should be after the center of the neckline. You exceed the center of the neckline first and then mark it. Then what I'll do now is to go ahead to cut it out, right? So I'll just go ahead and cut this. Remember, you're just cutting the one on top because you're cutting out the cape part of this dress. So I'll just cut here out. Now while we're cutting there out, I'll explain it when I'm done cutting out, right? So after cutting this now, you keep it aside. So what you're going to do is this your cape now, you cut another fabric and you're going to turn it with you're going to use the same fabric to turn it. Do not use your lining. Now you're going to place it on the front part of your dress this way. That is after turning the cape alone, place it on the front part of your dress this way. Now take the lining of this dress, place on top of it. right? Place the lining of this dress on top of it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to turn it. Let's say this is the lining of the dress. Turn the neckline, the sides and the lower part of this dress. Now from the armhole of this dress, you are now going to turn it out. By the time you turn it out, this cape will now be on its own, but it will stop connecting at the neckline here. That half-inch here is for the cape to connect to the neckline at the upper part. So after that, you join your back, and then let's cut the sleeve. I marked half-inch for the starting line, marked my shoulder to elbow and my sleeve length. I'll go ahead to draw out a straight line here, mark it as starting line and elbow line. So from here, I'm going to find my sleeve cap height. To get your sleeve cap height, bust measurement divided by 12 plus 0.5 inches. Now, whatever you get, you mark a straight line. Now, place your tape, mark your armhole measurement divided by 2. Place your ruler, connect it to the tip. Now, what you're going to do is to place your tape and divide this into 2 equal parts. Now, the next step you're going to take is to go ahead is to place from that point. Now divide it by 2 again, then come up by ½ inch. Place from this point to here, divide it by 2, come down by ½ inch. Connect it all the way to this point and draw your sleeve curve. Mark your round elbow divided by 2 and your sewing allowance. Mark your round wrist measurement divided by 2 and your sewing allowance. Then you're going to connect this all the way from the upper part to the elbow point and your sleeve length. Then add ½ inch for joining allowance to your pattern. Then remember, for the armhole of the dress, when you're cutting it out, you're going to add ½ inch towards the armhole for the joining of the sleeve for your main pattern. So this is what I have after drafting out.